Hi, I'm Bobby and welcome to the Golden Friendship Club.
I'm Jim McLaren and I'm the manager, but they call me the project coordinator of Golden Friendships charity down here, which is one of the best things I've ever got involved in my life. I remember a few years ago I was doing karaoke and I was over at a club in the south side of Glasgow, at East End it was, and I was doing karaoke for some kids with special needs, and there was a girl up singing, and a Down syndrome girl, and we're doing about Elvis Presley stuff, and when she walked away she was happy as anything, and I got a great buzz out of it, and they had a raffle, and the girl won first prize in a raffle, and they gave her a set of fingerless gloves, and I don't know what happened to me. I was thinking, that's no fair, you wouldn't do that to me. But I realised the day that the restrictions they were under to try and get people in and their little money, and people handed them stuff, and that was a raffle and they were trying to fund it. I realised that the day, but I was ignorant to that at the time, and I thought, I'm going to start my own club in Clydebank. And I came down to the 543 Masonic Hall, which we're in the day, which is now called the Golden Friendships Community Halls, which is amazing. And I opened this wee club, and my mother came with me. The back room's actually named after her now, the Sweeney Suite. My mum was Agnes Sweeney and my auntie Molly Sweeney, her sister. So they came and they were selling raffle tickets, and I done a wee karaoke and 28 people turned up. And my mum will tell you this day, that day she says to me, I don't think this will work, Jim. I said, just a fake.
Now looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can miss out.
My name's Agnes, I'm Jim's mother, and I came to this club, just Jim and I, the first day, and there was a half a dozen people, and the next week we came, it was double that, and I doubted that this would work. I says, Jim, I don't think this will work, son. But he said to me, have faith, mother, and it just grew and grew and grew, and everything that's done in here, it's great. It's been great for me, because I worked until I was 73, and then when I retired, I thought, what am I going to do? And one door shuts, another door opens. I come in here, and I've been here ever since, and it's fantastic. And see, when you see the change in people, it's great, absolutely, honestly. And what's good about it is he is the original. He started, this, and where he gets his ideas from, I don't know. It's marvellous.
£2 for a full house. Are you ready? Here we go. 3 and 5, 35. 1 and 6, sweet 16. All the sixes, clickety click, 66.
Hello, my name is Matthew Kelly. I'm 24 years old. I live in Clydebank. Lived in Clydebank all my life. I'm an ambassador of a club called the Golden Friendships. And what I do as ambassador, I welcome all newcomers to the club, make sure they're made feel welcome. I have a condition called Asperger's syndrome, and I'm visually impaired, and that doesn't stop me doing anything. What the club's done for me is it's helped me grow in confidence. At first I came to the club and I had no confidence getting up to sing, and now I can, and I get everybody up to sing with me, and I go lift the place. I'm like, everybody lift the place, bang the tables and all that, and I get a good laugh with that. I get up to sing now. I've grown confidence. I talk to new people, introduce myself, make sure people's okay.
So we've got the Grand Began today, no, it's a Tuesday, and a Wednesday in here we've got part of our loneliness campaign is we subsidise the dinner, so a 2-course dinner we were tenner, we charge a fiver. So we get people in, then there's 3 games of bingo, and it's an entertainment. It's Christian today, but the only kind of go through the numbers, it's great. £5 gets you 2-course dinner, lovely food, nutritious kitchen, especially if you're in the quarter bill. So come in and enjoy.
My name's Henrietta King, I'm known as Etta in the club. I came to the club about 3.5 years ago, and when I came, before I came here I didn't hang out on my own at all, right? I needed somebody to go everywhere I went, but now I go everywhere. I can go anywhere on my own. It's changed my whole life. The first day I came, I sat in the corner and never really spoke to anybody, and then taken a while to get I speak that my confidence kept building and everything, and here my self-esteem. I just like to say that apart from one other place, I'm not going to mention it, right? This is the best place I've ever came to. It's the only place I actually feel as if I can be me, nobody judged.
And the way we fund the Golden Friendships is for all of our members, they pay £20 a year, which is really kind of just to make them a member. They get their polo top and their lanyard, and we put a couple of free nights on for them a year for members. So the £20 goes back to them plus more. But when they come to the building, they pay £2 again, and then they can do, there could be 3 or 4 things on the one day. It's just the one £2, that's them in. The carers get in for free. We have got so much support for the local community when they see. We get a lot of support for people's families that come here and are so happy with the stuff that's going on in the club. We do yearly sponsored walks, golf days. We're allowed 12 licences a year, so we do 12 fundraising, dinner dances and race nights, and the support is just phenomenal. We get funded by the lottery. They help to pay. I've done this for 2 years voluntary, and I've done a bit of, well, entertaining in the pubs. I wouldn't really call it singing, but the lottery came in, and the lottery have now made this, thanks to them, this is my job, which is just it takes the pressure off me and personally. And the Robertson Trust come in and help me. So there's 3 employees, and we've got some part-time workers, but we've got 30 volunteers. And last year the public paid £15 a head, and we gave 600 people a Christmas dinner and a gift, and that was all paid by the local community. But with COVID it got cancelled, but I promised we'd have done it when we could, so we done it in May. With the tree up, with Santa here, the presents in May 2021, with 600 Christmas dinners, and we'll be doing that again this year. So sometimes I have to ask, where's the money? It just keeps coming. People just keep donating. People love what's going on. I think we come from a very proud town, a working class town, where some people want to help and they just don't know how. And you put it out there and give them the opportunity, and if they want to fund things or pay for one meal for somebody, £15, or we've got a yearly online draw that's £60 a year in January, and you get 3 tickets every month, and we spend about £400 in prizes every month on that, and we raised over £10,000 in that this year. And that came about with the night before I was going to start this. I said, I'm going to start this wee club, but if anybody could be willing to put in 60 quid, if I could get, I don't know what it was, maybe 20 people. I was working out how much I'd need for each week and each month, and I woke up the next morning and 24 people had messaged me to pledge £60, and a year later they offered to keep that relationship going, and I said to them, we're not in that position now, we'll be alright, but they wanted to stay involved, and it's just snowballed. So I put this online drawing as part of, well, you pay your £60 and I'll give you these tickets every year, and that is absolutely snowballed, so it's been fantastic. So the money, I don't know where it all comes from. The people of this town are absolutely amazing. Clydebank's a fabulous town, and the generosity is just overwhelming. One of the poorest places in Britain, we're doing alright.
So, yeah, know what I mean? We've got a real good connection. Like, we've got a real, yeah, man, yeah.
Is that why you mentioned the alley? We came out that alley?
Listen, don't bloody talk about the alley, mate. Don't bloody blow up.
It's around the corner.
I know, mate. I know, right? But I don't like thinking about it.
Wait a second. I've got a call for your mum outside.
You mean our mum?
Aye, she's round the alley. You go and get her.
Mate, I'm not going back there, mate. I'm not going back. Diagon Alley, man. The worst experience of my life. Wait there 1 second, mate. What's your name, darling? My name's Bobby McCallum and I work at the Golden Friendship Club. I'm an activities coordinator here at the Golden Friendships Club. I run a drama group. I also run a couple of, like a football group on a Tuesday. I take part with encouraging people to get up and sing and dancing on a Tuesday and a Thursday with the other groups that we do. It's just a great place to work and I absolutely love it. I think the people that use the club benefit from the club because it gives everybody a place to go, and I think what we do that's different to everybody else is that it's the kind of place you can come and you come into a room and you've not just got one or two people that like you feel you know everybody when you come in here, and it's the comfortability, and it allows people to come out of their comfort zone, especially people that use the club as well, because it's one of the most places they feel safe and they feel like they can come and be themselves and they're never going to ever get judged for just being themselves, because that's what we've done this club and it's all about. It's about encouraging people just to come along, be yourself, and not to be ashamed of who you are, and just come and just be part of the fun, do you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, do you know what I mean? When the club first started, it's such an amazing thing. So it was so exciting. Now, see, for me to look at my dad coming in and putting all his time into something like this to what he previously done it in with the taxis and all the other stuff that he used to do, it was a pure buzz, do you know what I mean? It was a pure buzz, and sometimes it might feel as if it's completely all that's all about my dad's all about is the club, but you need to look at what the things that he is actually doing. I'm probably the most proud of my dad in MD. Like, there's nobody like I'm the probably his biggest fan with her, and I'll not say that to my brothers and that because they'll probably think I'm just being angry, but I do rank everything he does. I look up to my dad, and I think all the stuff that he does in here, that's what I look up to now. It's like, do you know what I mean? I never looked at him when he was a taxi driver going, oh, I'd be a taxi driver. When I look at him in here and I see it's just being himself, and it just creates such a buzz for people, and it's like, it's so good, and it's organised chaos. It's the best thing ever. Like, this is like I can't even describe to you. Like, I've employed here, right? I've been employed to this job to be myself, and that's probably the best thing that's ever like, that's all that's really required. And it's like, I do support work as well, so it's like it ties in well with what I do in here, and it's like, I just feel like if you find a job you like, you'll never work again, and that is what I do right now. I take for granted every day like not having to work a 9 to 5 because I'm getting to work in here, because it just doesn't feel like work because I enjoy it so much.
My name's Stephen. I've been coming to the Golden Friendship Club since 2017, and I'm now a volunteer, and I do different roles. I volunteer in the arts and crafts, help out, and I also do the disability fitness on a Monday. I do the dancercise, and it's great fun. I was in high school, and it was a special need high school. It was roughly an hour's drive away. So the other side of Glasgow, and most of my friends stayed near the school. So my school was my social life. I didn't have a social life outside school. Finished school, went to college. That was a nightmare anyway. And then after that, there was nothing. There was nothing to do anywhere at all. And part of me just felt, well, what's the point in being here? And then through Facebook, I saw something another group had started up, and went on a Friday, and we singing, dancing on the karaoke and that, and somebody else mentioned about the Golden Friendship Club, which sounded awesome because we just live up the road, and started coming here. If it wasn't for the club, for the Golden Friendship Club, I don't know where I would be, because there was nothing. Like, looking out different things, and there's different things on, but I was too old for that or too young for that. I was stuck in the middle of everything, really, until I found the club.
As Stephen was saying, he had looked into another club, but it wasn't really suiting him. And somebody had mentioned the Golden Friendship that was getting started up. So we came along. Stephen went to the front door and he was chatting it. Nobody was answering it. So I could straight on the Facebook, so much for this great club. And Jim came running out the back door. No, it's the back door, it's open, it's the back door, sorry. So that was a good step one. Anyway, came in pretty early on in the beginning of it, offering, could we help, whatever. So bang, you're volunteer straight away. Absolutely love it. It gives you a reason in the morning to get up, get dressed, go and meet people. Everyone in this club, whether it's service user, carer, we're the same. Everyone is equal. What Jim is in this club is the conductor of the orchestra, and we're all the orchestra. Everybody has what they can give to the club, and it's just fabulous.
Well, through my life and that, things happened and that, and I was kind of left without a father figure, and coming here, Jim kind of took that over, the male figure in my life, someone to look up to, someone to, he's always there, he's always saying, at the end of a phone call, or one day I felt pretty low, and he came and picked me up, and we went out for a wee day, but he had things to do, and he said that I could help him, and just, as I said, for the club, if it wasn't for the club, I don't know where I would be, but personally, if it wasn't for Jim's helped me in so many ways, personally,
So the Red Ramp events is one of the most exciting things that I've ever been involved in. I believe it's never happened in the whole world before, and we've been involved with the media a lot in the last few years, and I've asked them all to check this out and nobody can find anything like it. The nearest we ever came to a big celebration was maybe at the end of the Paralympic Games. We went on the park, in the stadium, and had a big party, but it's not an actual event, that was a one-off party. We're now got a place where you can get 39 wheelchairs and 39 companions in the hall, because the tables have got a lot more space. We've got loads of toilets that are suitable. That's the most important thing, the toilets, the facilities where people can come and whatever they need they can go and use them and stay at the party. We've got people that maybe don't want to talk about things like they wear pads or they need to go home to the toilet because they need hoisted out a chair. So when they need the toilet, they need to go. That's then finished, that's their night over. They can't go to certain places because they can't. I've been to dinner dances like up in big hotels in Glasgow, 700 people, and I can hardly squeeze by the tables and chairs to get to where I'm going, never mind a wheelchair. So it's very, very exciting. We've got a lovely Michelle McManus coming today of the night, free of charge. She's that enamoured by what we're doing, so we're looking forward to that.
I would just like to give my dad a wee message and just say, like, just never change. I say this to him all the time, like, just keep doing what you're doing, no matter what anybody tells you, how after you're not you are, just keep going. You know what I mean? Because that's what's got you where you are.
Well done, Jim. I'm so proud of you, and keep going, son. You're honestly, it is marvellous.
I personally would like to thank him for what he's done. I mean, not just at the club. No. My dad died in March, and Jim, kept messaging him because I didn't know how to act, and Jim was there through it all. And he's one of the nicest caring guys I've ever met.
With you I see that morning always comes. With you I hear the story told by love. You never leave a diamond in the rough. There's better seasons rising like the sun. 'Cause morning always comes. Morning always. Yeah, morning always comes. Say morning always. Yeah, morning always comes. Morning always. Yeah, morning always comes.
I'd love to just get the opportunity to say a big thank you to everybody that's come on this journey with me. It's been such a special part of my life, and I know myself, I live for the Bible. I on my own, I'm nothing. I could not do nothing without people helping me. And people say things like, it's your baby, and I'll say, I wouldn't have a baby if it only for you. It's a team effort, and it's an amazing team, and I just love everybody that's involved, and I'm so grateful for people allowing me to I'm living in a dream. I drove a taxi for 29 years, and every day I'd be looking for an excuse to get home or not to go to work, and now I got up in the morning, I'm dying. Well, I'm waiting for a hip replacement, and any other job I wouldn't be working. You can't get me away. And my question all the time isn't, is it going to be sore, is it going to be this? It's how long will it be I can get back to work? Because I want to be here, I want to be about. And I need to get this balanced and sort of like a good family life and that. So my vision for the future is to get this so sustainable, keep helping people that are helping me, look after the volunteers. So if you're watching this, you're volunteering, you don't think I'm helping you, please come and say to me, because I like to make sure they come to dinners, we have nights out, the volunteers are looked after, because they're so important.